Good morning, it is day 15. We've just woken up at the beautiful lake, and whilst it is very beautiful here, I don't really know why it's called an air de bivouac, because it's not even very flat, this ground. Like, I'm holding the camera level. That's Finn's tent. Does it look level to you? Because my tent didn't feel very level last night. Nowhere here is very level. It was very, very slopey, very slidey night. I actually slept quite well. I think Finley had one of his worst nights so far because A, his pad was very uncomfortable, and B, his sliding was even more extreme than mine. But the skies look clear at the moment. Not a cloud in sight, which is wonderful.
Hello! So it is the morning of day 15. We are walking down the path into town. We got a little 2-hour section. I had a particularly bad night last night, so I'm a bit tired. I'm looking forward to getting some coffee or hot chocolate when we get into town.
Coffee, Finn. You should definitely have a coffee.
Yeah, I don't like coffee. How are you feeling this morning, Connor?
Pretty good, actually. I'm feeling pretty fresh. Although I did wake up at like maybe 4:30 and then had a bit of disturbed. It was all good. Yeah, we've got 2 hours till Quarterets, and then 6 hours out of Quarterets to another air de bivouac. And that air de bivouac is at a very, very high. I'm not exactly sure how high. I think tonight was like
2,000.
2,000. So the other one's like at least 2,000, and it's at the foot of a
3,000 metre peak.
3,000 metre peak, which we may be climbing.
Awesome.
To the shops, yeah. So just then, Finley, what have you got? An orange.
I got an orange.
Tell
I'm
us,
so happy.
What did you dream about last night?
I was dreaming about eating fruit, like just a plate of fruit in front of me. So I'm particularly happy I've got my orange.
So we're in a cafe. This is our second cafe today to try and find some Wi-Fi, and it has amazing Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's got like a 64 megabyte download and a 25 megabyte upload. So that's brilliant. The first one, it was going to take like 4 hours to do one video, so we should be able to get 2 videos up this afternoon.
Woohoo. So we're just walking out of Quarterets. Managed to get our food shop done. Managed to upload 2 videos, which is 4 days worth of videos, which is brilliant. And we're just starting out on our 6-hour journey to another air de bivouac. Hopefully better camping spots than last night's air de bivouac. Yeah, and Finn's saying no mosquitoes as well. We'll see about that one. No lake next to it, so I think we should be pretty good.
Loads of water! Yay!
Stopping for a bit of luncheon. We've been following this awesome river for the last hour and a half. It's just so flowing. It's absolutely thundering down. There's been loads of waterfalls and rock features. It's been really cool.
Well, yeah.
We made it to the lake, and it's a bit of a tourist hotspot. How you doing, Finn?
I think I have diarrhea after my poo just then. It was proper bad.
Well, we've got to be careful we don't burn through too much toilet paper, but you'll get over it pretty quick, hopefully.
Yeah.
We just found out that we're actually 4 hours into the 6-hour section instead of 3 hours, which we thought we were, so we just gained an extra hour, or lost an extra hour of walking, which is brilliant. We've been going 5 hours now, or 5 hours of walking time today, and we've achieved what should have taken 6 hours, so making really good pace. We've got 2 hours left to the air de bivouac. It's good to be out of the trees and into the mountains.
Welcome to the day 15 campsite. Check this place out. I need to pan up as well as down. Not sure if you'll believe me, but we're 2,000 meters up. And you wouldn't know it because we're surrounded by these 3,000 meter mountains, including that particularly impressive one over there, which is called, the name escapes me, but we're Vigmail. And we're climbing up a little peak just to the side of it there tomorrow. Hopefully that brings us to 3,000 meters. Finn's getting dinner set up, which I'm very, very excited about. I just can't believe how
flat all of this space is. It's
brilliant. This is going to be a lovely night. Maybe a little bit cold, but I've got plenty more insulation to put on top of what I would normally wear, so that's great. We've both just had a wash in the stream over here, really fast flowing. How would you describe the temperature of the stream, Finn?
Glacial.
Glacial! That's funny you say that, because the stream is coming from the glacier bit here. It's flowing straight out of it, so that is a very good description. Oh my goodness, I am so excited about dinner.
Food.
Finn, tell everybody what is cooking up now.
So today we have noodles, the plain type, nothing special.
Loads of noodles.
A lot of noodles.
My entire pot, my 750 milliliter pot, full to the absolute brim of stuff.
Then we have a baseline of soup to add the flavour and the decor to the meal.
Yeah, so we got this packet of Chinese noodle soup, and we added that to it as well because the noodles were just plain. Because in France, we only found instant noodles sale once.
And then to add calories, we've gone for a little bit of tuna.
Yeah, we got a tin of tuna in each. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be so much food. It's going to be so hot and so tasty. I can't wait. Oh, I forgot to tell you that yesterday we went no cook, and it was absolutely
it was the worst thing we've done in a while.
Awful. Basically, we were just at the boulangerie and we were like, oh, let's not bother to cook. Let's just buy a load of bread and cakey stuff for dinner, because we thought there was going to be a thunderstorm.
We didn't really want to have the stress.
But the rain never came, and it was just so unsatisfactory getting into camp, setting all up, and instead of cooking up this nice massive pot of food,
it's made me
you
realise
just get
I never
this
want to go no cook.
manky bit of bread. Yeah, I definitely do not see myself going no cook now or even in the future. There would have to be like very specific reason to go no cook. Maybe if I found out like some amazing no cook meals, but at the moment there's nothing quite like getting to camp, setting up, and getting that hot bowl of lovely warm noodles. Man, that food lived up to expectations. There was so much of it. It was so hot. And it was so tasty. Now all I need is like maybe an hour and a half of story. Maybe then long sleep. I think it's going to be such a good night. The ground here is so flat. And there's that nice gust of wind that should hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood even. Is there any wood? No, there's no wood. No condensation as well.
Good morning!
Morning.
Welcome to day 16. And what a truly good morning it is. Check it out.
Lovely morning.
No clouds in view, and an absolutely stunning look at the mountain that we're going to be climbing this afternoon. It's, just so happy this is such a nice day. I slept really well. Perfectly level ground. It didn't turn out to be a false level ground, you know, when you get on it sometimes and it turns out to be sloping in every which way direction. I don't think I even woke up once the entire night. And on top of all of that, there was no condensation. How good can it get? I think that's the first time I had truly had zero condensation. I've had very low before. This is the first time I've had none. Anything to add, Finn?
I had a good night's sleep, but I got woken up pretty uncomfortably, really needing a poo. I had a really bad diarrhea poo, and I still feel a bit under the weather, but I'm looking forward to climbing some big mountains.
Yeah, me too.
Wow, check out all these ice things that we've been climbing up. All the way up. It's crazy.
Welcome to Harek du Assur! This is the highest point, the highest pass on the GR10 at 2,700 meters. It's really windy. Let me give you a view.
Very high.
We are 3,000 meters up. We're on top of Petit Vigmau. Let me just give you some views because it's absolutely wonderful up there. The valley that we're going to be descending into this afternoon. There's this massive ice flow over here, which I think people are climbing up to get to the top of Vigmau, which is a 3,300 meter rock climb that you've got to do. This is the place that we came up this morning. It's just crazy. That's the lake we were at yesterday. You could just see so far up here. It's absolutely. Again, I feel like I can only capture 10% of the feeling with this camera of what it's like to have actually climbed all the way up here, but it's absolutely amazing. high point so far, I think, both physically and emotionally. Hello, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We've done 6 hours of walking this morning, and we've just got to we finished the major descent of the day. We've still got quite a long way to climb down, but not so steeply. Having a bit of luncheon. This is like backpacking superfood. Half a sausage on, 600 calories, and it's 10% protein. Finn's also perked up a lot since this morning. He was feeling a bit sick, but you're feeling much better now, aren't you? Any words to share with us?
Yeah, I was just eating. So this morning I had a couple of poos that were like kind of waterfalls, whereas we went to a jeet earlier and I had a poo that was quite solid, so I'm definitely getting better.
And he's much more talkative. I wasn't very happy this morning.
Oh,
Jesus! So, we got a little bit lost there. We were just sort of coming down the valley, really enjoying ourselves on the nice big path. And then we realised that we hadn't seen any GR10 waymarks in about half an hour. Took a look at the GPS and realised that we'd been like descending down the valley on the big roady thing.
instead of going up the valley on the hill.
And the GR10 had taken like a slight side path, which meant it had basically stayed level while we'd been going down and down and down. And we thought, it looked ahead at the GPS and we thought, this is the closest bit's here. And it was like the closest bit horizontally, distance-wise. So we walked maybe another 3 kilometres along the valley bottom, getting lower and lower, the GR10 getting higher and higher. And we just ascended for about half an hour.
Yeah.
Maybe 45 minutes.
Straight up.
Basically straight up, like on a goat path.
Like
up
no
a forest.
proper waymark or anything, just literally straight up a forest.
It was like
was
straight,
full on.
all grassy on the ground, or not grassy, leafy. And there were so many leaves it was like slippy. You were like sliding down and a bit like leaf snow. And we were sort of grabbing onto branches to put ourselves up. But it was
not good.
really hard work, but hey, we made it. We're back on the GR10. We've been going for 7 hours on the feet now, so hopefully we'll be in Garvine within the hour.
Hello, so it's day 16's evening. We ended up having a really big day today. We walked 9 hours in total, so it was a long time. I think that we had an extra bit to do at the beginning on top of a 7-hour day, plus we did like a 2-hour ascent of the big peak. It was a really long day and pretty hard as well. We did a lot of ascent, probably not 100% sure, but probably probably our biggest day of ascent as well. Like we started off with 1,000 straight up, and then we had that correction that must have been at least 300 or 400. So it was a big ascent day, just a big day overall. And Finn was really feeling it a bit with his diarrhea and stuff. I was feeling it a bit towards the end as well, actually. It's the first time I was really crashing at the end of the day. We were planning to walk into the town, which is about 35 minutes off the GR10, but there was a jeet like on the GR10 at the junction between the town. There was a bunch of people camping outside of it, so we went inside and asked him how much it was, and he said it was €11 for the pair of us for the night. So at €4.50 each, we thought that was a deal, grabbed it. I just had a shower, feeling really good for it. Finn's off to the showers now. There's a massive queue, so it's probably going to be a while. Unfortunately, we missed the window for the shop, which we closed at 7, and it's currently 6:35, and it's 35 minutes away, so we're going to have to make an hour detour tomorrow into town to the shop and then out of town, because currently we have no breakfast tomorrow. But all in all, it was a good achievement today, and yeah, really pleased we did it. Biggest day so far, I think. Cooking time always makes me happy. We have lots of food. It's just like yesterday's meal. There's going to be so much food, and I'm going to feel so much better afterwards.